the faster you will breathe and the shallower you will breathe. So whenever you want to calm your mind, calm your breath. The air element calms the mind. The air element is on which all knowledge and wisdom ride. So say for instance the internet that is bringing this video to you. What is the internet? It travels on the air element. The air element allows this travel. So the air element allows the travel of the mind. When you want to stop the mind, stop the breath. I'm excited to be with you. You know why? Because I'm starting off a brand new podcast and it's called Heal with Denzil. So welcome to Heal with Denzil. We're starting with the basics. What, according to you, are the basics of your life? Your body. What is it made up of? How does it work? Why does it work? And to answer that, there is something called the PanchMahaBhutas. Now you'd ask me, oh my God, what's that? That's a tough word to pronounce. No, it is. It's Panch, say Panch, Maha, very simple. The 5 elements that make up everything, that is everything on the earth. Quite literally, they're made up of all the 5 elements, and they're in your hand, which is even better. So your little finger, it represents the element of water. Your second finger represents the element of earth. Your third finger represents the element of ether, which means everything around you. The fourth finger, which is your index finger, represents the element of the air. And your fifth finger represents the element of fire. Now, when all of these come together, that is the power of you. Suppose you were to put your 2 fingers like this, okay? Just hold your fingers like this. Do that right now. Close your eyes. Move your fingers back and forth, and back and forth. And you will come into an understanding of a connection between your fingers. Now, just press the tips of your fingers. Just press the tips of your fingers. That's right. And hold it there. That's right. Just hold it there. This is when everything is concentrated on these 5 fingers. And these 5 fingers are everything to you. They can heal you. They can not only heal you, they can also take you in a certain direction. Now suppose, just as an example, right? Now we take this finger and this finger. Now this is the element of air, remember? And this is the element of fire. Now suppose you're wanting to increase the element of air within you, right? So what do? You join these 2 together, right? When you join these 2 together, these fingers are powering up the air element within you. And that is why for every time that you're meditating, what are you doing? You're firing up your air element. Now your air element is your intelligence, right? Your knowledge, your wisdom is in the air element. And when you fire this up, it works towards bringing you more thought energy. That's why you use these 2 fingers. These 2 fingers are also used when you're doing any kind of breath work. We're going to be talking about breath work in just a bit. But any kind of breath work, you use these 2 fingers. Why do you do that? You're powering up the element of air within you. Similarly, suppose you wanted to power up the element of earth within you, right? You're wanting to be more connected. You're wanting to be less flighty. You're wanting to be less confused, right? You're bringing yourself down to the earth element, down to the basic. All you got to do is this. It's simple. It's so simple. Now what you do, it's very simple. Now suppose you want to power up your water element. This is your water element. Your pinky finger is your water element. Now all you need to do is take these 2 fingers and place them on your knees and just breathe in deep and just vision that water fills you up. And that water is everywhere within you. And that water is balanced within you. That's all. And it will actually turn balanced. And that is what they call miracle time. Because when, say for instance, you're not feeling well, say for instance, it's water retention. Just as an example, you have water retention in your body. Now there was this lady who came to me during a retreat that I was doing. And she said, do you know, Denzil, I have a big problem and I have water retention. So I told her it's very simple. All you need to do is you take this element. This is fire and this is water. And you connect these two elements. That's all. What am I doing? I'm connecting fire and water. I'm just connecting those two elements. When I connect those two elements, what happens? Water dries up. Why does water dry up? Because fire will have an effect on water, right? So when water dries up, water retention is reduced. And 3 months later, she called me up and she said, Denzil, this is a miracle. I used to do this every night while I was watching television for 3 hours. Well, she watched television for 3 hours. That's what we're wanting to talk about. No, we're not. We're wanting to talk about the power of your fingers and the energies that are controlled in your fingers. So you can heal yourself. And this is the idea of delving into the 5 elements and how the 5 elements will help us. During the coming weeks, each week, I'm going to break it down for you element wise, and I'm going to give you a rundown of exactly what happens and how you can actually work with the elements. Now, let's move this a little further, right? So one, I've talked about the mudra. Right? Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to be talking about the way that you can bring mantra to help you to balance the energies within you. Now, say for instance, you're feeling weighed down. You're weighed down by a problem. You're weighed down and you're feeling heavy. And you want to feel lighter. What is the element that you should change in order to feel lighter? Simple. What is the element that you should change in order to feel lighter? The element of the earth, right? You're wanting to feel lighter into the element of the earth. So when you are feeling heavy, when you're feeling sluggish, when you're feeling slow, when you're feeling weighed down, you can move yourself up with the element of earth. Now, when we are moving ourselves up with the element of earth, we're using a mantra to move that. Now, the universal mantra would be Om. You can do it with that as well. Om has everything within it to move any energy within you. But if you're wanting to do a specific mantra, say you use the mantra Lam. Now, Lam, remember, is La. Okay? The word La. The word La sits within you. So when you're using a mantra, you're emphasizing the word La. Why La? It's not like Om, Om. So it is La. So that La is pronounced. Okay? The La is what is changing that energy with you. Just say the word La. La. When you close your eyes and you say it, you will notice that it goes right down to the bottom of you. And that is the beauty of the element. So each of our chakras is connected to one element. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about that. Now this is going to be brand new, so stay glued. Don't go anywhere because this could be life-changing for you. Everything could be life-changing for you, but this is very, very important. Now your first chakra is the root chakra. We're not talking about the 114 chakras. We're talking about the 7 chakras. Your first chakra is your root chakra. It is the rooting of you. Where does the rooting of you happen? With the earth element. So whenever you want to feel rooted, whenever you want to feel grounded, whenever you want to feel that connection with the earth, get down back to your rooting. And how do you get down back to your rooting? It's very simple. All you got to do, that's the only thing you got to do, is you need to vision yourself in the earth. Now, I want you to do this. If you are sitting on the floor right now, if you at any point in time can touch, put your hands down to the floor. I want you to do that. Just connect. Just put your hands on the floor and just sit like that and close your eyes and notice the energy go from your hand to the earth, and notice the energy come from the earth to your hand. When my hand touches the floor, all of the elements are connected back into the earth. Remember that all of your elements come from the earth. So all of your elements are connected back into the earth. You're plugging all of your electric circuits back into the earth, right? What does it do? It recharges you. So anytime that you're feeling discharged, you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you're feeling slow, you're not grounded and you want to ground, of course you can place your feet on the floor. Of course you can take a walk. But I would say much more powerful than that is just placing your hands on the floor, closing your eyes and just breathing in from your hands like that. And then you exhale and let go back into the earth. Whoa. That's miracle. Try it right now. You will feel that energy rise up from the earth into your hands. And you'll feel the energy flow down from your hands back to Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is responsive. And Mother Earth welcomes that energy, your energy. After all, she loves you. That's the idea. The earth, remember, think of it this way. Close your eyes right now and think of yourself, and there's no earth element. How would you feel? You would feel lost. Why? Because you sit in her bosom every day. You sit in her lap every day. Whatever you might be doing, wherever you might be doing, you're on the earth. Imagine if there was no earth. There'd just be air and water. That's scary, isn't it? But anyways, let's come back to the elements. So the first element is the element of earth, grounded. Your second element, as you rise a little bit, the second element is your sacral chakra. Now remember, the sacral chakra has this beautiful moon formation in it, right? And that is the area where your water resides. The water element within you is in your sacral chakra. Why water element? Because that is the basis of life. So the basis of life within you is the water element. And the water element is what is giving you that beautiful flow. So the flow within you, where does it come from? That's right. It comes from the area of your waist. Why does it come from the area of your waist? Because that's the area of water. So when, say for instance, women, all the beautiful women here who are birthing children, where do you birth them? You birth them in your water. What happens when they're born? The water bag bursts. Water bag. So our life as human beings is dependent on only one thing, water. Now when we've gone to Mars, we've gone to Jupiter, we've gone across the different planets, what do we look for? We don't look for air. We don't look for quality of air. We don't say AQI. We say, is there water on the planet? Water is life. Water is also the only element with memory. So if you want to cleanse your memories, cleanse the water within you. Keep drinking. The more water you drink, the better you will cleanse your memories. Always remember this. It's a simple technique. Suppose you have a bad dream. What do? You wake up and drink water. Why do you do that? Because you need water to satiate you. You need water to keep you nice and flowy. So, what do? The simple way to cleanse yourself is to have a bath. Do you know that it purifies your body? What happens when you have a bath? You say, I'm refreshed. That's right. If you ever want to refresh yourself, you want to refresh the water element within you. It's simple. Refresh. But the water element is also your memory. And that's what I want to pick up for you today. Water remembers. We are together, right? We're 70% water. We should be one big puddle. Why are we the way we are? Because that water has memory. Each cell in your body has that memory. And if you ever want to cleanse yourself, cleanse your bodies, use water. Simple. That's the easiest way to understand. Now let's rise a little higher to the area of your tummy. Now in your tummy, as it is a fiery place. It is a fiery place because that is the abode of the element of fire within you. What is fire? It is courage. What is fire? It is passion. What is fire? It is the absence of fear. That is the fire element. So suppose you were feeling very fearful. Stand in front of a fire. That's all. Light a candle and stand in front of it. This is an easy solution, but it removes fear. Why? Because the candle will give you hope. The candle will give you light. The candle will remove fear. Simple. Easy techniques to just move the energies within you. Easy techniques. There's nothing complicated about it. It is simple, but it's effective. And that's why I'm here to tell you that this works. This works. Now, the fire element within you has also got to do with nutrition. We eat in order to live. Because if we didn't eat, there would be no energies to burn up. When there's no energies to burn up, you're burning yourself up. So very important to understand that when you want to cleanse the fire energies within you, when you want to activate the fire energies within you, you use food for it as well. I'd like to bring your attention to the understanding of fire. What does that fire do within you? The fire is what keeps you alive. The fire is what gives you movement. The fire is what gives you energy. The fire is what moves you along. So movement has to do with the fire as well. And that fire element is there with you all the time. Now suppose you were wanting to activate your fire. You activate your fire this way. Suppose you were wanting to calm your fire. This is how you calm your fire. So you're taking your fire element, and this is your water element, the water element. And you do this, and you place the fire element under the water element. Now suppose you have pith. You know what pith is, right? Pith is acidity. Suppose you have acidity, right? And you want to calm that acidity. That's all you need to do. It's simple. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So you're watching television and you're doing this. And when you're doing this, you're bringing the fire, you're calming the fire down within you. Simple, right? So water calms fire, remember, as well. Yeah. So you can use the water and the fire element. The choice is yours. I'm just giving you a simple introduction to what is the connection between the chakras and the elements. Now let's take it higher into the area of your heart. What is your heart? It is the air element. The air element is the basic to you. We cannot live more than 1.5 minutes on an average person without air. We cannot live for 3 days without water. And we cannot live more than 1 week without earth. So in terms of priority, what's your first priority? The element of air. What does the element of air give to you? The element of air gives you flexibility. How flexibility? Do you know that your bones have air in them, and that allows for compression in your bones? So what is the element of air doing? It's giving you flexibility. Now whenever you think that you don't have flexibility and you need flexibility for yourself, empower the air element. Simple. The empowering of the air element will give you that sense of flexibility, the sense of space. Just breathe in nice and deep. And remember, it is the air I was talking about earlier. I was talking about knowledge and wisdom. Okay, so your mind is connected to your breath. We all know that, right? But how is your mind connected to your breath? The more you think, right, the faster you will breathe and the shallower you will breathe. So whenever you want to calm your mind, calm your breath. The air element calms the mind. The air element is on which all knowledge and wisdom ride. So say for instance the internet that is bringing this video to you. What is the internet? It travels on the air element. The air element allows this travel. So the air element allows the travel of the mind. When you want to stop the mind, stop the breath. The longer you can stop the breath, the longer you can stop the mind. So your mind is connected to the air element, and the air element resides here. Mind over matter. Simple. So if you want to breathe in nice and deep, the deeper you breathe in, the calmer you'll feel. So anytime you have anxiety, what is anxiety? Anxiety is mental stress, right? Anytime you have mental stress, just breathe in nice and deep. Oh my God, this is beautiful. We're going to be doing a whole series, remember? And one of the series is on the element of air. And I'm going to actually show you so many beautiful techniques that you can do during this. Now we rise from there. So we're here at the heart. And now we rise here into the area of ether. Why ether? Suppose I were to maintain silence right now. What am I doing? I'm cutting off my connection with you. The interconnectedness of everything comes to us from the element of ether. And how do we connect with the rest of the world? We connect with communication. Where's your center of communication? It is here. So anytime that you feel that, say for instance, your voice is not heard. I have this beautiful lady, young lady, she's 23 years old. And she came to me about 6-8 months ago, or maybe a year. And she said, Denzil, I have a problem, and it's a very serious problem. My thyroid is not getting better. So I said, really? Why is that? So she said that, I don't know, it's just not getting better. So I said, I will tell you why it is. And this is where I talk about, when I say every thought that you have affects your body. I'm not going to be talking about that right now, but know that that is the basis of everything that I talk about. So when she came to me, she said, I have a thyroid problem. I said, do you have a very strict father? So she's young. She said, yes, how do you know? I said, I just know. And I said, do you feel unheard in your family? Do you feel that you don't have a voice? Do you feel that your voice is not being heard? She said, all of the above. I said, that's why you have thyroid. Your thyroid sits here, and when energy collects here, and energy is blocked here, it's not moving out, right? So the ether element is affected. I'm not able to communicate with my family. I'm not able to express myself. I'm not able to be heard. All of that has to do with the element of ether. So if you want to balance the element of ether, what do? Simple hum. Shall I show it to you? You notice that you feel calm. Just humming. A simple little hum allows you to feel calm. Why? Because you're activating this area of yourself, your throat. Your throat is where the element of ether sits. So those are the 5 elements for you. And the 5 elements actually are everything. Our health is dependent on the 5 elements. I'm going to take you to each part of that, each element, and I'm going to connect it backwards with you so that you understand it better. So you'll have to, of course, stay with this podcast and also follow me. That's a good thing to do, because I'll keep giving you little tips on how to improve your life, how to change your life, how to make it even more powerful. And if you want a deep dive into resetting the 5 elements for yourself and resetting how you feel, resetting your life, I've got a beautiful retreat that's coming up, and this is coming up in the month of January 26, and this is in Kerala. And the link to sign up and know more about that is below.